All right, everybody, we are drafting our back bodice sloper. This video is demonstrating figure 10 on how to draft it in CLO. This is the last step for the back bodice. This is some exciting stuff here. My computer is being a little loud, so I just want to make sure it doesn't crash. So it's probably not a bad idea to just hit File, Save Project real quick. Command S on the Mac, probably Control S on the PC. It's something I've just had computers crash on me so many times. I've seen it to students. So it never hurts to save while you're going, especially when you only have one step left. You're like, I don't want to draft it from scratch. So anyways, I saved. So figure 10 has 2 bullet points. The first one is to draw the armhole, and the second one is to draw the neckline. So we're drawing the curves. In the book, again, we are on page 43. The book uses our French curve rulers. In CLO, we'll just use a curve tool instead. One thing I want to bring to your attention the book does not talk about is using a right angle for just about like ½ an inch. So really like this is our center back neckline. This is a fold line. You want to make sure it's about 90 degrees for a little bit. Otherwise, sometimes your neckline will look pointy. Oops. Oh dear. I didn't mean to. I hit simulate on accident. Let's see. I did. Whoopsies. I hit the space bar because you pan in Illustrator with the space bar. Anyways, I'm glad it's open. So don't hit space bar. I'm going to pan by holding Control. I just want to demonstrate this actually on this one since it's already drafted. I'm going to go ahead and select this line. I'm going to right click and unfold this guy with sewing. Okay. So now it's like a mirror image of it. Now I'm going to pan in my 3D guy. I'm going to zoom up. I mean, don't really notice here, but it's like, it's okay. It's kind of crooked. It goes up a little bit. But let's just say this curve, if I did this curve and I kind of like am going down a little bit in my curve, do you see how it's kind of pointy up there? Or what if I don't, I just kind of go up more? It makes it look a little like teardrop, like kind of funky. So I mean, so kind of a rule of thumb to like make it straight for about 90 degrees or so and then smooth out the curve. And that goes here around the shoulder and the armhole because you don't want like a weird teardrop armhole when you go sew it up later. It's kind of weird. It's better if it's just flat. So I like to bring that to your attention. It's something a pattern maker actually told us during a field trip. And I just noticed like, oh man, that's kind of weird that our book doesn't really do that. For a reason. Okay, we have way too many anchor points here. It's my fault. I went a little crazy. That kind of smooths it out a little bit better. Maybe I'll just move this one. Okay. Okay, now I'm getting like, okay, anyways, we're on step 10. We can do this later. That's more of the fit. So step 10, let's draw that armhole. They want us to have our French ruler touch H, which this little circle is H. They want it to touch T, which is right here. And they want it to touch, oh, T is actually this whole line, so anywhere on this line. And then they want it to touch N, which is right here. Okay, so I think maybe the easiest way is use the internal line tool, the line guy, and just, draw a straight line to get kind of started. And then now we can go in and just maybe make sure that it's kind of, that 90 degree thing I was talking about. Let me zoom in. I'm going to click this guy. Oh, no. Yeah. See that? Oh. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to bring you in a little bit. There we go. That's good. So it's kind of touching J. What else is it supposed to go through? Did they say? No, I think that's it. Yeah. And this looks like it's kind of squared. That looks nice. It's not too weird and pointy. And I think this one's okay. I still haven't decided which curve tool I like better. There's 2 of them you can see here right next to each other. So I mean, feel free to play with both and see which one you like better. I think that looks good. It's a nice armhole, I think. We'll really find out during the fitting. Okay, so do the same thing for the neck. I'm just going to draw a straight line. They want it from point, they say, okay, they want us to do a 3/8 inch angle from out here, from this little cross part, where these two meet, right? Am I right? Yeah. They want us to go up 3/8 inch. So, okay. So make sure I'm on my line. I guess I will click right here. Right click. Okay, what is 3/8? I don't know that in decimal formula. Oh yeah, it's 375. I just forgot. 0.375. Okay. And I'll just hit return so that it stops drawing. That's just kind of a guide for our curve since we actually don't really have a French ruler anyways. And then now I think I will draw that straight line from F to D. So this is F right here. Here is D. I can hit return so it stops drawing. And then go get my curve tool. I don't know which one's better, but they want the curve to kind of hit that line. And then I kind of mentioned to you guys it should be about 90 degrees here, which it kind of looks like to me. And then, yeah, straight here for a little bit. So I think we're in good shape if yours looks like that. Okay. Well, that's it for figure 10. Now we just need to make an actual pattern piece. And then we'll be ready to sew it to the front and get it ready for our fit session. So let's see if it's going to be easy to make this into a pattern. Okay, bear with me because I'm new to CLO. I think I got this. So I know this line needs to extend. So everything needs to like extend to this pattern piece for this to work. I'll try it once and let's see if it works. If not, then I'll go back and extend stuff. So it's the trace tool. I'm gonna click this and hold shift. Let's see if I'm wasting my time by not making sure that I did that extend thing. We'll find out. Okay, so it's all selected. I'm just gonna click in, oopsies. Right click, I mean. What the heck? Okay, maybe that didn't work. Oh, okay, it got unselected. Perhaps that's why. Let me try one more time. Okay. I'm holding shift still. I'm gonna right click. Yeah, trace this pattern. I wonder if because I let go of shift, it got all weird. I don't know. But it worked. Oh, good. So I didn't even have to make sure that they were like touching the pattern. Whatever. Okay. So let's pan over here. So I really don't need this thing anymore. And I really don't need all these weird internal lines. Just to make it look pretty, I think I want to like get rid of them. Okay, so it's like not so confusing for myself. So you're welcome to do this too. And then I also recommend selecting your pattern and opening up property and changing the name to back bodice. Okay, great. And that's good. Okay. Get that away. We don't really need these open because my computer's kind of small. Cool. And yeah, I think I can actually just go ahead and select this thing and say delete. I don't need you anymore. It's scary, huh? Okay, he's gone. Okay, cool. So now I'm going to open up this guy. I'm just going to select, you know, I don't think I need this point. Why don't I select that point and just hit delete? So now I just have one segment. I can right click. I can say unfold with sewing. And then, okay, so now I'm ready to actually sew this guy up and place on my avatar. This is something brand new we haven't really done yet, but it's not that hard. So let's do it. I'm gonna click this dart leg. I'm gonna hold shift over here. Oh, actually, no. Is that what I'm gonna do? Dart, right click. It says edit dart. I wonder, did I already make this a dart? I can't remember. Well, anyways, I right click and say edit dart. And just say okay. Does it know it's a dart now? It doesn't look like it. I don't think so. Oh, maybe. Let me see. Let's do view sew lines. Right here it says show threads. Oh, I click that guy. Is it showing my threads or did I turn it off? Oh, I turned it off. I don't really know if that's a dart or not. So just to be safe, I'm going to sew it up manually. So we have some sewing tools here. We have segment sewing, which is really easy if they're simple seam lines. But I started getting really comfortable with free sewing. So, I mean, I think I'll play around with both of them, and then I'd like you to play around with both too, see what you think. So segment, all I do is just click one time, and I clicked over here. Oh, good, there's our sewing stitches. Now we're talking. It was nice it did automatically. So I'll do the same. I think all you do is click and click, and that's pretty easy and straightforward. Where's our back? There it is. And then we need to do that up here with the shoulders. Click, click, and it should do it on both. And then now we have to click our side seams. So click and click. Is that good or is that weird? Yeah, I think that's good. So we also need to sew. Okay, so maybe for the shoulder seams, it'll actually be better to do the free sewing one. But before I do it, I think it might be best if I move the back on the avatar where it goes. And that is a special skill we need to learn. Under avatar display, we want to say show arrangement points. And this really helps the software understand where the pattern piece needs to go. Then once I have that showing, I'm going to click the back. And I'm just going to click like right on one of these little blue circles one time. And just it kind of wraps it around her little. That's fine. It looks like the front, I might have already done that. I'm not sure. Okay. Here, I'll just move it somewhere weird. Yeah, no, I don't know what's going on there. Okay. Okay. I think I did it right, but just in case I did it again. Okay, so that's good. So I'm going to zoom in. And I'm going to sew the shoulder seam. So I have to sew this shoulder seam to this guy over here. I think I want to try the segment one, because I don't think the other one will work. So that's free sewing. Sorry, I don't want to do the segment one. I want to do the free sewing. Okay, so if I click from the neck point down, I'm going to stop right here. Actually, I'm going to say Command Z. I don't want to do that. I'm going to do this. I'm going to start here on the front. I'm going to do the whole line to here. Then I'm going to go over here and start on the neck. Click. Well, am I going to... Oh, I know. Sorry. Okay, Command Z one more time. Okay, option. I am going to start on this side. I'm going to go click to here. Then I'm going to go here, and that black dot is a hint of how long the back shoulder is. So I should actually just click to that blue dot. Okay, that will be a stitch line. Now I'm going to go back to the rest of the shoulder. So I'm going to this top of the dart leg to straight here. And I can start from that point. Oh, and apparently my seams aren't trued up. Apparently my back is a little bit longer than my front. So I actually want them the same length. So I'm not sure what happened. So I'm actually just going to click it to where that dot is. If it'll let me zoom in. Yeah. And then I'm actually just going to change this point to wherever that dot was. Ooh, where is that dot? So let's see if I can add, figure out where that dot is. Maybe I can do it here. I guess when it's sewn up, it'll be really easy to see where it is. Okay. So I think everything is sewn up. The side seams happen to be the same length, so that was good. My dart legs seem to be the same length. So everything's trued up except there was a problem with my shoulder seam. The front's a little bit longer. So I'm going to simulate. Okay, let's take a look at this guy. Ooh, it's kind of funny. Something funny. Oh, maybe my darts need to be sewn up first. Okay, let's hit Command Z. Hit Command Z a couple times. Aha. So I think what I need to do is get the dart legs sewn up first. Okay, So yeah, so that's like a little tricky, but let's see. Maybe if I hold off on the shoulders. So let's see if I can select the shoulder stitching. Oops. So to select this shoulder stitching, I want to use a sewing machine that has this little arrow. The little arrow is like, it's kind of a universal symbol in CLO for edit. So if it doesn't have an arrow, then it's actually drawing it. And then the little arrows to fix it, like edit. So I'm going to pick that guy, and I'm going to grab this. I'm going to hold shift. So I get both. I think both are selected right now. And then I'm going to right click. What if I say deactivate? Let's see if that works. I don't know. I'm going to hit this guy. Okay. Oh, you know what it is? I think there's something wrong. There's something wrong with my back dart. Yes. I sewed it backwards. I see this little line right here. This little line, they should be at the same. So it's like sewing here to here. It's a mess. Okay. I'm going to say edit undo. Okay. I undeactivated that. Okay. So I did it wrong, sewing the darts. So it's trying to sew, this point is trying to sew it down here. It's like reversing it. So I could just reverse it. So if I select that guy, what dart? Oh, here with this guy. Sorry, the sewing tool. I can right click and say reverse sewing. How's that? Is that going to work for me or not? Yeah, see the little lines are the same way. Okay, I bet you it's going to be a much better situation. Let's find out when I simulate now. Yeah, much better. So I just told it, you know, to sew this direction going down, but then the other direction going up. It was a mess. They should be, I would want this point sewn to this point. And apparently I said, oh, this point, the shoulders, sew it to the dart point. So that was an accident, but at least I figured it out. Okay, now look at that. It's a little bit too long. So I need to true up my seam here. Okay, so I think the easiest way to do this, I'm going to unsimulate right now. And I'm just going to touch it right there. I just put a point here. And when I do that, you can see where it is on the pattern. So then if it stays there, I'm going to add my segment point, like right where that guy is. Yeah. And then I guess what happens if I delete this guy? I can delete this point or I can move it. What if I hit delete? If I delete it, I have to redraw the armhole. It's kind of, I don't really want to do that. So maybe it's better to move it. What if, I just kind of, oh, I know. What if I get rid of this point? Delete. Oh no, actually putting it back. Why don't I put an internal mark, right? That would be good. Internal circle. Is that internal? Yeah. Okay, there we go. And I'll just draw it like right here. Okay. Is that good? And then, okay. Okay, cool. So then I know I want it, the point there. So I can take this point and I can say delete. And then I can take this point and I can move it in. So now it should be trued up. And I don't need my internal circle. I could delete that guy if I don't need it. Okay. So I'll just hit simulate again. Uh-oh. Why is it shorter now? What did I do wrong? Oh, it looked good for a minute. And then something, oh, wait a minute. I know. Let's do this. I'm going to right click. I'll say reset 3D. Reset sewing. Let me see. Let me say reset 3D. Okay. And then maybe what I'll do is just reset the sewing. So I'm going to hit the edit sewing tool. And I might just delete it right there. And I'll just delete this one too. Okay, so let's try, I'm going to do the free sewing. Click from this point straight here. And I'm going to start the neck as well. Click once and just go to that blue dot. Okay, and zoom in a little bit. Start here and go here. Pick up from here. And look at the blue dots in the right spot, so that's good news. It's trued up. The pattern's trued up, so that's good. Okay, now let's try our simulation again. Yeah! Problem solved. It matches now. Hooray! Cool, so it's like a little baggy in the back, but I don't know, I guess that's kind of the design of the fit. This is how they always are in the classroom. They're always like really big right here. So it fits just like it would in the classroom. It's huge. They add so much ease. It's crazy. And it's like, well, what is the sloper for? You know, I mean, it's just a basic kind of fit. So if you wanted it to be tighter, we can address that during the fitting. But this is pretty typical of what they look like in the classroom, I've noticed. Oh, wow, look at this. Look how it's so much longer in the back than the front. It's like a belly shirt in the front. I wonder, is my shoulder seams on right? Oh, I think it's just falling back, so maybe I just need to pull it forward. Come here, pull. You know what? I don't want to look at the 2D anymore. I'm just going to look at the 3D. And at the number 2. I wonder if I can pull this guy down, if it'll let me. Try to readjust it on her. Get those shoulder seams moving forward. Okay. Come on. Come down. Okay. 2. It's still kind of curvy. Oh, I don't like the way I pulled it. Let's see if we can fix that. Yeah. Okay, well, here we are. Cool. Well, it's drafted. We did the front and the back bodice sloper. So next module, we will actually give it a little fit.